Good afternoon all, it's Corbin with TWGR. It's been a while since I've done a review, guys, but Amanda at Surviveware sent me this awesome first aid kit. It's Surviveware's small first aid kit, but I'll tell you what, for being their small, it packs a punch. Let's dig into it real quick. Alright guys, so here's a close-up view of the first aid kit. Now we're going to get into it and see what it's all about here. The bag is made out of 600D polyester. It's a very burly first aid kit. It does not have YKK zippers. That's about the only complaint, and it's not even really a complaint so far about the product. They seem like number 6, I think, number 6 zippers, but they're a no-name brand. But they definitely don't catch. They you know, they slide real smooth. So first we're gonna go to the little pouch. All about the personal meds. So it's a bunch of little pouches that you can put aspirins, Advils, ibuprofens, or personal medications in, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So that's all that's in the front zippered pocket, guys. So now we're going to look at the inside of the kit. Now I'm a big fan of this kit right off the bat. You guys can probably already tell why. Everything is labeled, and I love the fact that everything has its place and is labeled what it is. And also, not only does it say what it is, like the pressure bandages, but it says what they can be used for: wounds and sprains and snake bites. So that's pretty cool. I love that. It's very organized. It's a very organized pouch of med supplies. It does have a card, which is really nice too. I'm assuming it's for, 1, so you know what's in there, and 2, I'm assuming you can reorder supplies. And if you can't from Surviveware, you know, I'm not sure now, don't quote me if you can or not, I'm not sure. But if you can't, I'm sure you could go to any pharmacy or online and order new supplies for this kit. So it's nice to have this card so you can replenish your kit. I really like that. So we're going to start going through from left to right what we have. So your first thing you've got in here is hyperallergenic tape, which is labeled. Very good to have, of course. Down below that, your adhesive dressings for minor wounds like band-aids, all different sizes and shapes of band-aids. Going up to the top here, I know it's kind of hard to see, guys. You got a really nice pair of shears. They're not cheap at all. They're very nice, actually, I gotta say. Behind the shears, you have a set of tweezers. It's a nice set of tweezers. They're not cheap. Of course, it's not going to want to focus. And on the other side of that, you have your Splinter probes, which are just these little deals that, you know, you can dig the splinter out with. They are pretty big sized, I gotta say. They're not very small. So if you had a small splinter, I don't know if you'd want to try to dig it out with one of those. But a bigger splinter or something like that it may work. So then on the side of your shears, on the right hand side of your shears, there looks like to be 1, 2, 3, 4 safety pins. And it is also labeled. I don't know if you guys can see the label there, but it's labeled safety pins. So that is sweet. Below that, you have a CPR kit that pulls out of the actual kit itself. Okay, I do like this because you could take it separately, okay? And it has all your instructions on the flap. And then your CPR kit's inside. You can also hang it on a keychain if you wanted, or put it on your belt loop with a little piece of molly on the back. So that's a pretty cool. And of course, labeled like everything else in their kit, CPR kit. This is really an awesome kit. They really took a lot of time in thinking about this kit, that's for sure. So in the middle pocket here, you have Q-tips, and you have a tourniquet. And then in the very bottom of that pouch, sorry guys, it's just being a pain in the bum, you have a tiny little whistle. And it does work. Hopefully someone doesn't come running over here thinking I need help. Now we're on the right side, guys. So your first is going to be your pressure bandages. 2 of them. You've got like one for like blood, the white one, like a gauze, and then you've got like an actual wrap if you were to sprain something to keep it more rigid. Of course, in that pocket also you had the card too. In the next one up, you have skin cleaning wipes. Of course, it's labeled. You've got sting relief. I'm sure you've got antiseptic. Yep, antiseptic towelettes. A couple other different things in there. I'll read the card here in a minute. Give you guys an idea of everything that's in here. I'm just going through the major components. In this next pouch, which is also labeled, you have iPads and cotton gauze swabs, which are always nice to have. The next one up, you have wound closures. So if you really get a deep cut or laceration, you'll be able to close those wounds up so you can get into the doc and see him. So, the very top pocket, which will be our last pocket, which is one of my favorites actually, to be honest with you. It's got a triangular bandage. It's a non-woven bandage, which is nice to have. But the other thing that's in there, in this top one, is the Mylar emergency blanket. Definitely doesn't feel like a cheap Mylar blanket. It seems pretty nice, I gotta say, actually. So, really, all in all, guys, for the price, this is $33.95, so 34 bucks. For everything you get, the weight on it is 1 pound. The measurements are 5.5 inches by 7.5 inches by 3.5 inches are your diameters. But honestly, for the price, guys, and honestly, Amanda's service and attention to detail, and the fact that she's been on it to send me the items, to make sure I got the items, the customer service seems really well. And I think that if you had an issue with anything, one of the reviews I watched right before I did mine, he said that the whistle had a piece of metal that didn't come out in the process of making it, so the whistle didn't work. And I'm positive if he was to call Amanda or the customer service or email them, they'd be just happy to send him a new whistle that would work. So all in all, guys, this kit is one of the best med kits for the price that I've seen on the market. Definitely should check it out if you guys are in the market for a med kit. So guys, let's quickly go over the card, just so again you know exactly what's in here. 6-inch shears, 1 pair. 600D polyester bag, of course 1. 3 alcohol wipes, 4 antiseptic wipes, 5 butterfly closures, adhesive bandages butterfly 5, adhesive bandages H-shaped 5, adhesive bandages large 5, band-aids mini 5, band-aids standard 20, adhesive bandages square 5, cotton gauze swabs 3, CPR kit with instructions 1, CPR breath mask 1. You got an emergency blanket, 2 iPads, 1 roll of hyperallergenic tape, 1 pair of nitrile gloves, 1 personal medication laminate bag, which is for your personal medications, right? Personal medication mini bags, you got 5 of those. PBT conforming bandage 1, safety pins 4, splinter probes 2, Steri-strip closures 3, sting relief wipes 3, triangular bandage 1, tourniquet 1, tweezers 1, whistle 1, and Q-tips 10. So that's all that comes in the kit, guys. It's a really extensive kit, honestly. I mean, I honestly would have to add maybe 2 or 3 items to complete this kit for myself, along with some ibuprofen and maybe an Excedrin or 2. And maybe some stomach stuff. You don't want to go out and get some stomach bug or have your stomach upset. So that would be nice too. But it's a great kit for the price, guys. You guys know I'm fairly honest. All my subs, I know. If you guys watch my reviews, you know I'm very honest about what I think of the products. And of course, I haven't had this very long. I haven't had it out in the field, but I don't feel with a first aid kit, you know, you need to have it out in the field to see how it performs. And 2, you know, I'm not going to go out and purposely hurt myself to see if any of this stuff works, right? Or try to get hurt. So, you know, from the looks of it, from looking at it, feeling the bag, knowing it's really nice. Also, one of the things I wanted to mention to you guys, too, is it's got really nice MOLLE compatible straps. So you got 2 Velcro that run horizontal, and then the 2 vertical ones have really nice big size snaps. So yeah, I mean, it's just a well-made bag. If I go to buy the large size kit for my home, which I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be buying it from Surviveware, guys. That's just my opinion. So if you guys like what you're seeing, I'll leave a link in my description on where you can get this, their website where you can purchase this from them. And yeah, I'm very stoked to have this in my kit now, guys. It's much better than the last med kit that I was carrying previously. I had just bought some cheap thing from, I don't know, Walmart or something, just so I had something with me. This is actually going to be a benefit to me if something goes down in the backcountry. So with that, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have not subbed to my channel, please do. I'm going to be rocking out a lot more gear reviews now that fall and winter is coming. So yeah, be safe and adventure on, everyone. Take care.